Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, Michaela's singing means that we are back in the lobby bar for the week of February the 5th, 2024. Brian and Michaela here with you again as always. And February already, Michaela. January went by way too quick. We had a lot of mocktails, but that time was flying by. Maybe not for you. You were doing
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
work traveling. You were doing a lot of work traveling, so maybe it was flying by in a different manner, but it seemed like January went pretty quick for me.
Did it? Oh, yeah. The first 2 weeks lasted 87 years for me. Um,
Mm.
and
Hmm.
then the last 2 weeks was like a blink of an eye. So,
Once the Oscar noms come out, the time just starts passing
oh,
very
yeah.
fast.
Oh, yeah. We got to talk about that too, because I see you're still ahead of me by like 37 films. I feel
Roughly. Roughly, yeah.
I did really well when I was traveling for work, though. I knocked out like 5 or 6 full-length films, and I thought that was pretty good.
That is pretty good. That is pretty good. Yeah, I am a bit ahead of you. I think I have 20. You and I are going to see um, Zone of Interest this week. So that'll be it in terms of the Best Picture nominees. We'll have seen all of those then. And then you can look forward to on our Patreon, just like we did last year. We're going to be doing some short, like little, like 10-minute kind of recaps of each of those films and talking about their Oscar prospects, what we liked, what we didn't like, stuff like that. That's going to be available on our Patreon, probably starting here next week as we're hitting kind of that 1 month out from Oscar time. So yeah, definitely doing pretty good. I have 20 left to watch. I think like 13 or 14 of those are the shorts. So I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually to a point now where there's just literally nothing else for me to watch. I'm just hanging on, waiting for stuff to either hit streaming or come back to a theater or something. Hopefully, fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
Yeah. Well, what I've heard is the Independent Picture House, which is a place that we love dearly. It's a bit of a drive for us, so we don't get to go as often as we like, but we do love it. Um, they are going to be showing the shorts soon,
Yep.
hopefully for more than one day, because I saw one day on there and I'm out of town. So I'm like, great. But I'm really hoping Regal does pick that up because there's so many this year that for whatever reason you can't get anywhere else. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know. The last year we were able to find some on weird like Vimeos and strange, like they were on Netflix for like a day and a half and then they would get taken off so you could go in and watch them without having to sneakily get them. And that's what we want. We want to be able to do it in the right way. So Regal, get your act together. Come on, let's do
Get
this.
your act together. Let's do this indeed. And what else are we going to be doing? We are going to be celebrating Valentine's Day here coming up next week. So I thought today for the lobby bar, Michaela, what we would do is we would put together a little bit of a recipe here. I found this came from liquor.com and it's called the Tootsie Roll, but this one's going to be good because it's going to hit kind of those sweeter, more romantic love notes, but it's not going to be like something syrupy and bright pink, which I know is your jam, but we can't do something bright pink all the time for
That's
sure.
true.
So this is called the Tootsie Roll, and it's basically a chocolatey riff on a Manhattan. So listen to this, Michaela. So we're going to do 2 ounces of rye whiskey, 1 ounce of Pedro Jimenez sherry, which if you don't know, that is like the sweeter like dessert version of
Mm.
sherry, not cream sherry, but it's very sweet. It's more of like port, kind of in consistency and taste there. So 1 ounce of that, and then chocolate bitters. You can use two would be traditional for like a Manhattan, but as many as you want to get that chocolate level to your liking, and then going to shake that, strain it into a coupe or martini glass, and then garnish it with a maraschino cherry. So Manhattans are my jam, Michaela. I make those a lot. It's a real easy one, right? So this little chocolatey riff on this is going to be pretty good come Valentine's Day, I think.
Yeah, I love the idea of this cocktail. And if you wanted to make it even more chocolatey, instead of just doing 2 ounces of rye, you could use the King's Family Distillery chocolate rye whiskey that they have, which is really amazing. It is incredibly chocolatey, though. So it will add even more of a sweetness factor. So if you like it really
Mm,
sweet,
mm,
give it a
hmm.
shot. If that's not your thing, I think this Jimenez sherry with the chocolate bitters and that cherry is going to make it like really popping. I'm super excited about this because I have decided that this is going to be the year of whiskey and rye for me. I'm
Oh,
going to explore all the
how
things because I
exciting.
don't know enough about them. And, usually I'm like, I'm going to have a Manhattan or I'm going to have an old fashioned, but there's so many more drinks out there like this. This is amazing. I'm super excited.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought this one sounded pretty good, and definitely excited to give this one a try here. So let us know if you have any other good Valentine's Day recipes as we get closer to that, like we had said. So let's see, what do we have going on at the box office this week? Argyle led the weekend to that new release there. It's about $18 million for the box office for the weekend, so pretty good there. Hopefully, it's going to pick up a couple more dollars because there's not a ton coming out this week to speak of, but there is something that's coming out that I think looks kind of interesting. Michaela, have you heard of this? Lisa Frankenstein, not to be confused with Lisa Frank, who might have designed your favorite Trapper Keeper back in the day. This is Lisa Frankenstein. It is kind of like a romantic comedy, kind of campy, like horror kind of thing. It looks like it might be kind of good, and I have high hopes for this, Michaela, because this was written by Diablo Cody. You may or may not be familiar with Diablo Cody, but Diablo Cody wrote Juno and wrote Jennifer's Body, which is that cult classic, very campy, like high school romance horror kind of thing. So I have high hopes that this might be pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. It's got Carla Gugino in it, who I love. She is part vampire, I am also sure, or maybe she is part Frankenstein. I don't know because I don't know how old she is, but she looks exactly the same as she did in, 2003. I don't know how it's possible, but she's also amazing. So I'm really excited to see this. I didn't realize that it was written by Diablo Cody, though, which adds to the intrigue for me because I am a huge fan of anything she has touched. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Won the Oscar there for the screenplay for Juno. So yeah, definitely excited to
mhm.
see that. I think it's going to be a pretty neat. We'll see how that does if we have a chance to make it out to see that. We also have Pixar is re-releasing Turning Red to the theaters. That actually never got to theater release here because it came out in 2020. So I have seen that just on streaming on the Disney Plus, but it is coming out to the theaters. So if you are interested in seeing Turning Red, you can head out and check that out. And we're heading out to check out My Fair Lady tonight. As soon as I get done editing and posting this, Michaela and I are going to meet for dinner, and then we're going to go see My Fair Lady. It'll be both of our first viewings of My Fair Lady, so come judge us for that if you want to. But we're going to be talking about it on the main show this week. So, you excited to sing and dance our way through My Fair Lady, Michaela?
I am. I'm actually really excited. So I am a little embarrassed that I haven't seen this movie before, but like it's 3 hours long. So I
True.
feel like, I did see it. I did see the play. So that'll be interesting. I've seen the musical like in summer stock in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, a million years ago. So it'll be interesting to see. I was trying to relay the events of what happens to my son because he was trying to decide if he wanted to join us or not, and apparently I got half of it wrong according to my husband. So who knows?
Mm.
It'll be like it's brand new to both of us. It'll be great.
That's right. It'll be a good time. So yeah, going to be talking about that on the main show this week. We talked about Jerry Maguire last week. That was an excellent show. One more note of importance here before we go, Michaela. The Grammy Awards were last night. Since we are occasionally drink the music, Swift was the big winner, of course, for her album Midnight's, taking top album prize there. Also revealing to the world that next album is on its way. So I guess everyone get in line to go by that. But more important to the music of the movies, Michaela, Oppenheimer and Ludwig Göransson wins the Grammy for best original score film, and the Billie Eilish Phineas O'Connell Barbie song "What Was I Made For" win best original song. So that, I think, was the same in the Golden Globes and now
Yes.
the Grammys, and potentially in the Oscars. Those are probably going to be my picks. What do you think? Any surprises there in terms of our
No,
Grammy winners?
no surprises. I just want to shout out to the fact that Joni Mitchell was also live for the first time ever at the Grammys, and I cried, and it was amazing. And
Also
she
won a Grammy. Tracy
also won a
Chapman
Grammy. Tracy Chapman.
performed
Oh my
like the first
gosh.
time in like 20 years or something
Yeah.
crazy like that. So,
And amazing. I really loved that duet because I thought that it was really important to pay homage to that to Tracy as an original singer-songwriter of that song. And it
mhm.
just, I don't know, and it sounded so much richer and better with the both of them rather than just Leon Bridges. So in my opinion, anyway, I just loved that. Yeah, it was really good. It was the first time I'd watched the entirety of the Grammys, and I was not expecting to. So I was
Oh.
like, I'm gonna watch Joni and I'm gonna go to bed. But it was actually really good.
Well, there you go. Absolutely. So, yeah, that's what we have this week in the lobby bar. Let us know if you mix up one of these chocolate Manhattans, aka the Tootsie Roll. Let us know what you're getting up to in terms of your Valentine's Day cocktail routine. Let us know what you think about the Grammys. Let us know how you're coming along on your Oscar watch. Oh, quick side note, we have ordered some of the merchandise for the giveaway for the Oscar watch. Look for that pick 'em to go up live next week. We'll probably talk about it more in the lobby bar next week when that goes live. So stay tuned for that. Follow us on social medias, and we'll talk to you next time in the lobby bar.